Hey everybody, how's it going? So we're sitting here with Mr. Phil McKnight from Know Your Gear. How's it going, Phil? If you guys haven't checked out his show, please do. I'll have a link to his show in the description below. Phil does, what's your show all about, Phil?
Just like checking out gear and trying to figure out how's the best way you might want to use it.
It's very guitar-centric.
Very guitar-centric.
Yeah, exactly. You're doing like a lot of like, how to fix shit, that kind of stuff?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so you guys who bring in fucked up guitars to my studio and sit there and wait for me to fix them for you, you might want to check out Phil's show as it will save us a whole bunch of fucking time! Seriously though. Okay, what we got here today is just a whole whack of Harley Benton cabinets. We got the 4x12, the 1x12, which you've seen on the show before. We've got a vertical 2x12, and we've got a horizontal 2x12 way in the back, which you've also seen on the show. But I wanted to kind of shoot these all out against each other and just show you guys the differences in tones you can get. The insane thing is they are all loaded with real Celestion vintage 30s. Now, the cool thing about Thomann is they buy so many vintage 30s and build these cabinets themselves that they can sell the cabinets cheaper than they can sell the speakers individually. It's kind of like how buying a car, it's like a car is cheaper than the sum of its parts.
Yeah.
Same kind of idea. When you buy 100,000 speakers, you can buy them cheaper.
Yeah.
So it makes a lot more sense to do it that way. A single 1x12 cabinet like this, loaded with Celestion Vintage 30, will cost you less than buying the Vintage 30 speaker on its own. That's the crazy part of it.
Yeah, absolutely crazy part.
It's like you're buying a Vintage 30 with its own special handy carrying case built right in.
That's how they should sell it.
Yeah. Now, for those of you guys asking, Phil just recently imported this vertical 2x12 into the States. How much did it cost you?
$230 with shipping.
With shipping?
With shipping.
With shipping. And you didn't get dinged for taxes or duties or anything?
No.
Okay, and a Mesa 2x12 will cost you what at retail these days in the States?
$850. Okay,
now you guys know, if you don't know what the video I did last year, I shot out a Mesa 2x12 versus a Harley Benton 2x12. I'm going to have a link to that video in the description below. You guys can make up your mind what really sounds better and if it's really worth, the $550 price difference. I'm guessing no.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Seriously though, I gotta say, also gonna give a shout out to Ibanez here. We've got these really cool Ibanez guitars. This thing's kind of neat. This is kind of their HSS Strat copy, and then they've got this amazing lime green 7-string.
Let me Van White it for a second.
This thing's fucking cool.
That's awesome.
I think I want one. That's fucking right. All right, so we're going to go around the cabinets from the 1x12 to the 2x12s to the 4x12. We're using the same Sennheiser E609 on all the cabinets. The mics are in roughly the same position, but we just want to show you guys how big of a tone difference you're going to get going to the different cabinet styles. So let's check it out with the 1x12. Okay, that was cool. And this is the 2x12 in the back?
Yeah, horizontal?
Yep, horizontal. There's definitely a lot more bottom definition there.
Oh, yeah.
A lot more bottom.
Less in your face, but more, you can feel it more.
Yeah, exactly. And then we're going to go, hold on a sec here. And this is the vertical 2x12. That's pretty snarly.
But you know what it is? That's the best blend of those two cabinets.
I think so. And let's just check out the 4x12 just to be on the safe side here. And let her rip. Now that one's got some serious beef.
Yes.
It's a little bit louder, but this I think's got better mids, to be honest with you.
You know what it is doing this right now? This is something that just kind of hit me. You know what that cabinet is? It's that cabinet with a bass port at the bottom, basically.
Sort of.
Right,
yeah.
right. Not a little port, not a literal port,
right.
But it's like if you had the definition of the 112, but with a low-end frequency kicking out behind, underneath.
Now this isn't exactly half the 4x12. This is more like, maybe almost 2/3 this 4x12. See, this is, you've got 4 speakers. You've got 2, but they're not one on top of the other. They're kind of like in an X pattern. And you've got these voids here, which just kind of sit there and resonate. And that's what gives that cabinet its insane resonance. Like, let's hear the... Now, I'm only taking a wild guess how these tones sound. either you guys are going to love the sound of this or you're going to go, oh, that sucks. We don't have the monitors in front of us right now, so I'm not really dialing things in. I'm just kind of like placing the mics and taking my best guess as to what we're getting. So it might be cool. It might sound like crap, but what we're hearing in the room is really cool.
Yeah, it feels
I think I do want to get one of these in the studio at some point and shoot it out against some of my other stuff. But honestly, yeah, the 4x12's been neat, but it's kind of, it's a hard time shipping these to the States for the low rate.
Right.
Whereas this, you can probably get to the States no problem.
Right.
Well, you did.
Yeah.
It cost you $50 to ship, right?
$33.
Oh, fuck, there you go. That's amazing.
And
$33 to ship it.
I know.
Yeah, they've got like a flat rate. You get something like 50 kilos or something like that for $30 or something insane like that.
I asked them. They said they have a deal with DHL. That's how they're doing it.
Oh, fuck. So the thing is, you can order a cabinet, but you can also order like strings or, anything small like an interface or a mic or something like that. And it doesn't cost you anything because it's still a flat rate ship up to a certain weight limit.
Right.
That's super cool. Now, I do want to try something insane where it's like they were saying, because we get the Ampere switcher here, we can get all 4 cabinets going at the same time. So let's try this out. Hopefully we don't blow anything up. We're going to do the 2x12 and the 4x12. We can't do all 4 at the same time.
Okay, so 212 and 412?
Yep. That's pretty insane, man.
Yeah, and it's rumbling.
Let me try that for 1 sec. That's pretty that's pretty crazy. That's crazy, man. That's a lot of fun. Holy
That
shit.
feels great.
And there's the thing. For the price of this and this, you still wouldn't be able to afford a Mesa 2x12. That's the crazy bit about all this.
It is.
Like that's just bananas. I think I'm loving this. Honestly, I think the vertical 2x12 is the winner on the bunch.
After trying all 4, that's my favorite.
Yeah, I think so. Like I said, I want to get in the studio and really shoot it out, but I think they might have something real special with this one. The dispersion on it's great though. That's the thing. Like the regular 2x12 is just flat. If you're playing with that on stage, you're gonna have to tilt it up or find something.
And something I did when I had the cabinet, if you lay it sideways, it will just sound like the horizontal one.
Okay, cool. But on stage, this is great. I mean, it's big enough to hold your head, but it's not too super heavy, is it?
No.
And like I said, it's got this vertical dispersion, so you can put it back, and it's gonna really fill the stage, and it's gonna be pretty good. Now, you were touching on something earlier before we rolled, and the thing is, the one place where you might want to Mesa cabinet over one of these is roadworthiness.
I wouldn't trust the cabinets to, like, if you drop this off the back of a truck once, I think it'd probably be done.
Yeah, but you could probably get 4 of these for the price of one Mesa cab. So there is that.
Right.
Here's the other thing. If you take your expensive cabinet out on the road and you smash it or you break it or you scratch it, you're going to be hating life because it's going to cost you a lot of money. So something like this out on the road, if something happens to it, it's not going to be as nearly as painful. You can just get another one.
You'd have to check pricing too, but you might be able to get a road case for this and still be under the Mesa price.
Ooh, that's actually pretty cool. I didn't even think of that. That's not bad. But in terms of recording, now this is the thing I was saying, my cabinets ever leave the studio. They go up on a wall, they get mic'd, and that's it. They might get moved around from place to place in the studio, but they're not going out. So like as a recording cabinet, I think these are a wonderful solution, especially for the home recording crowd who might not have a ton of money to spend. These are a serious alternative to far more expensive cabinets that are going to get you really good sounds. Seriously though, I mean, like you've just been experimenting with recording. You're not a recording guy, you're a guitar play guy. But how have your results been miking up one of these at home?
Well, what's funny is I found it easier to record. One of the things I like about it for recording is that the grill cloth is thin enough I can see the speaker cone.
Sure.
And one thing, I'm sure you know too, because you use a flashlight and stuff, right?
Yeah. Pull that out. This is, it's like, hey, we want to see where we're putting it.
Yeah. For me, it's really nice because when I'm moving the mic around, you know what I mean? I don't have to move it and then go figure out where the heck I was again. It's just a nice feature that you can actually see in there.
Sure. And for all you guys at home, the cool thing is, here's a little trick, is once you find the sweet spot where you really like where that mic is sitting, you can chalk it off. And just leave yourself a little mark around the outline of where the mic is, and you can put it right back every single time. So pro tip, and I got this from both Bob Marlette and Ulrich Wild and Cameron Webb, is I've been liking moving the mics back a couple of inches, like maybe a couple of finger widths. But
Right.
those guys like to get right up on the cab, and I've been kind of getting back into that. And Cameron himself said if he could cut the grill cloth then to get the mic in even closer, he would.
Oh,
so
really?
you might want to just get the mic right up on it, and then just experiment with your horizontal and vertical placement to see what works the best. Trick is do a lot of trial and error.
That's a good point. I don't know about the 212 or this, but I know for a fact that grill cloth is removable.
Really?
Look down to the tab below.
Yeah.
You can pull on it.
Let's see what happens here.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah.
Pull hard.
I don't want to rip it. I might break that.
Well, actually, so the room you're right, it's very humid,
Yeah.
and it might be expanding, but I pulled mine off. You can pull it off if you want to get right on the cone. That is, so you can, look, here's the deal. These are front-loaded speakers, and the grill is a frame popped in.
Really?
So you can pop the frame off on that cabinet, and you can get access to those speakers if you want.
That is super cool.
If you want to get close, you can do it on that cabinet.
And then you don't have to jam a flashlight in there anyway. You just see exactly where you're going. Okay, I'm definitely ordering one of these now, and I want to get that in and see how that works. That might be really badass.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, thanks very much, Phil, for being on the show. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
So from the YouTube show Know Your Gear, it's Mr. Phil McKnight. Definitely check out his show if you want to learn a little bit about doing guitar maintenance for your home studio. Like if you've got scratchy pots or bad wiring or that kind of thing, Phil is definitely your guy. Once again, thanks so much for watching. We'll have links to everything in the description below. The Harley Benton cabs are really awesome. They're kind of like my favorite guerrilla metal recording solution out there. And in terms of bang for the buck, nothing even comes close to Harley for the quality versus the price. They're really something else. All right, that's it for this episode. Thanks again for watching. Please hit the subscribe button if you haven't. And as always, pass it to you, boy.